Hello. Thank you for having me here to review the data analysis that we gathered over about our facilities quality, decreasing quality educational sessions that we've noticed year over year. As we looked over the educational sessions from 2023, 2024, and 2025, we learned that we've seen a decrease in our educational sessions and the quality of those sessions. We've seen that our educational sessions per week per student have decreased over time. And as we were looking through our data and trying to figure out why that was happening, why our educators were having a difficult time with scheduling their sessions and making sure their sessions were impactful and their sessions were meeting the needs of our students and that they were improving the performance of our students. As we continue to dive into the data, we're learning and seeing that increasing the head count by 2 full-time tutors would increase the impactfulness of our educational sessions and would also improve the performance of each student if we would expand our staffing, because that would help our educators be able to have more of a presence with each student, as well as be able to manage their day-to-day educational sessions. And as we continue to look over all the data as we did our analysis, we wanted to dive a little deeper into understanding why this was happening. What was the reason why our educational sessions began to decrease over the years? And some would think, why would this happen? It might have been a bad thing, but as we began to look into it, it wasn't so much of as a bad thing. Our educational facilities is a sought out educational facility, and so year over year, each one of our educators' caseload has doubled. And so as we look over the years, if you look at the bottom, 2023, 2024, and 2025, our caseloads have doubled consistently over the year. So that is very promising and good for our facility, because that lets us know that people are still seeking us out for our educational needs. And what we're known for is having quality education, quality educators, and helping students to improve on their performance. And what we're also wanting to see is that when we saw this increase of doubling our caseload or student workload on our educators, we began to have complaints from our parents regarding the large classes and the quality of the classes over the years. So, helping to mitigate those issues and risk, and also the complaints of our parents, increasing the head count by 2 full-time educator tutors will balance the workload out, improve our client satisfaction, and improve planning for our educators to ensure that each student has the tools and is getting the education and meeting the needs that they need to perform at a top level. And as we move into our next section, we're moving into what we can expect by hiring 2 full-time tutors, what that would mean for us as a company, and what the full-time tutors will mean for us in our bottom line. And having the full-time tutors would not only help us to continue to keep our high reputation in the community, but also to help our bottom line as well, because we will reduce the risk of losing clients, but also we'll be able to continue to recruit and recruit new clients, but also retain the clients that we continue to have. Thank you for having me to review the data and our analysis and what we found. And by having the increase of headcount by 2 full-time tutors is our recommendation to help balance out the workload, improve client satisfaction, improve planning for our educators, as well as having a as well as having improved performance by our students. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.